the Idiot of Fandom here, and today I'm here with a very quick video just showcasing off my custom Tardis console based on the Season 13 console. I got this console off eBay off a private seller, and basically all I've done to this is glued on these certain panels you see here and gave it a little paint job. When I did get this console, it did come with some panels glued onto it, but it was a very random mixture, and of course the pattern of the certain consoles weren't correct. So judging from what I've seen with these panels, I assumed the closest to an accurate console I could have made is the Season 12/13 Tardis. Of course, can't really say Season 12, you never saw it in there. But yeah, so I decided to go with that. I'm going to explain why there's a 1960s panel on it now, because this set did not come alone. I thought, well, the picture I was shown was basically this. That's all I got, so that's all I thought I was getting. The very generous seller gave me this time rotor, a 1960s time rotor, which I have not yet dabbled in because of the certain console I was after anyway, and these panels. So as you can see, the extra panels that I got were for the 1960s Tardis console. Now you do notice that there's only 4 of them, and there's one on the console. There was only 5 of each, so I had 5 70s panels and 5 60s panels. So that meant no matter what I did, either way, one of them would have to be a 60s or a 70s panel, you know, vice versa. But I wanted the 70s console, just because I wanted it with my Tom Baker figure. And yeah, I thought, well, I guess I could sort of play it as a third Doctor console, and he did have them on his console. Not exactly like that, but close enough. And it's quite good because it's tucked away in the corner there. So seeing if I was going to use this for an animation or such in the future, yeah, it'd work out fine. Of extras, to be fair play to the seller, because here's the 60s time rotor, not assembled. I can't even wrap my head around how that's supposed to be assembled, but there you go. It also came with this, which is a cover for the time rotor, which doesn't fit anymore since I painted it. Now let's talk about the paint job. Of course, please do ignore my very rough looking paintwork. I'm not an artist of any caliber, but yeah, it's quite rough, but it's, you know, it does the job. It's not finished. It's nowhere near finished. These are the particular paints that I used. Not this particular spray can, but something in the same vein. This is actually for a new Tardis console that I've got. And here, these are some paint pens. Now, paint pens can be very handy if you're not very steady with a brush, which I am not. So what I did was, we sprayed it all with the grey paint first. I did try to put some masking tape on the panel, on the, you know, the controls and that on the panels, but then after giving it a second coat, I realised that the paint came on quite thin. So luckily I didn't have to really cover them, and it did help because it was a matte spray that I used, and it was, you know, it was quite handy because there was something for the paint to properly stick on then, you know, when I added the other colours. So after it was all sprayed, I then went round with this here paint pen, which is a silver paint pen. They're very easy to use, you know, you just got to be a bit steady, because as you can see there's a bit of spillages off the certain controls and some spots, but overall I've done a pretty good job. I'm quite happy with it, you know what I mean. I wasn't expecting myself to be able to paint it with any sort of excellence. And then of course it did look a bit bland, so I added these red details in, and yeah, I think it's done a pretty good job. Since I'm getting this new other console now, which did actually arrive in the post today, I've been ordering more colours to add on to that one, because that particular one does need a lot more colours. That is the Season 20 Tardis I just got off eBay, 3D printed also. So like for instance, this panel here could do with some greens and some yellows, and then I want to add some blues in certain areas around the console as well, just to give it the final overall look. And finally, we'll take a look at the time rotor. Of course, I haven't finished painting this one. This was just a rough job just because I wanted to see it in a different colour to white. And yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I mean, this has all been beautifully 3D printed. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Very soon I'll be coming back with a Season 20 Tardis Console review. That will be very good. I'd like to give a special thank you to Tardis, who gave me a shout out on his community post the other day. That did help me boost up some of my views and gave me some more subscriptions, and a bit of exposure doesn't hurt anybody. So thank you very much. Please go check his channel out if you haven't already, and he is trying to reach 10k this year in subscriptions, so please go give him a subscribe and a like on any of his new videos. That's all for now. Thank you and goodbye.